What's up, everybody? So I'm driving home, went to church today, and I just had it on my heart to really just kind of share with you guys some hope. I think a lot of people need some hope this time of year. That's what this time of year is supposed to be about, is giving that hope and encouragement that things can be better. And I know after this year's been rough for so many people. And it just really we talked in church today about how God is always for us. He's always with us. He never leaves us. Talking about how he's never going to let our pain go to waste. And I think that is so impactful and something to really think about and encourage you, because I know a lot of people are going through some hard times right now. A lot of people lost their jobs this year. They've been furloughed, they've been sick or lost loved ones. And just knowing that it's not for nothing, I think is just so encouraging. I think back on how this year, the end of last year, this year started to me, and just knowing that sometimes those things happen, and that's the biggest room for growth. And those things sometimes happen because they need to happen to show us something, to teach us something, to bring something better for us. And I think back on how my business even started, right? I had this idea. I knew for quite a while that this is where God wanted me. I knew he wanted me to start a business. I knew he wanted me to help people. But oftentimes, like we like to do when God says something like that to us, we're like, oh yeah, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Or, oh yeah, that sounds good, but I'm not ready for that yet. Or I can't do that. And when in the midst of the end of last year, when I was in a job where I was dealing with people that were very frustrating, it was not a good, healthy work environment. I was dealing with supervisors that were very negative towards me, not encouraging at all. It was very toxic. It was a very toxic workplace. And I remember being just so frustrated, and I had been trying for months and months to get a job, and nothing. I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get any interviews anywhere. It was so frustrating. I was like, why? Why am I stuck in this position that I am so miserable, that I absolutely hate, and I can't get out of it? I can't find something better. What is going on? Why is this happening? I'm trying to do the right thing. I was applying for months, like at least 6 months, and I finally did get a position. And I started it at the very beginning of this year, actually the very January, like 4th or 5th or something, whatever that first Monday after the New Year's was. And I remember starting that job thinking, oh my gosh, this is great. This is going to be so much better than what I was in before. Still had that pulling feeling that I'm supposed to do something more, but I'm like, no, I'm not ready for that yet. I just got this job. Let's just take this and, get settled in this, get our debts paid off, and then maybe start a business. And I started building the business plan, but I had no intention of really taking customers yet. And all of a sudden in this job, a month into this job, I got sick. Really sick with probably what was COVID. It was before we knew what COVID was. Had all the symptoms. I remember being like, oh my gosh, I've never been sick like this. I've hardly ever missed work in my entire working career from being sick. My son started having issues at school. Me and my husband kept leaving work to go get him. And it was just like, what is going on? I finally get this new job, this new opportunity, and then all these bad things start happening that ended up making me have to lose that job because I couldn't be there. I couldn't give the commitment that they needed. I couldn't work from home with that position. It just wasn't practical. And I was just like in this season of what is happening? Why did I get out of a position that I was miserable into a new job that then I lose 2 or 3 months later? Why? Why does that happen? I've never lost a job in my life. I was so frustrated, so confused. And that's when it hit me, because then COVID happened. Everything shut down. Next thing, my son was home with me. School, everything was closed. And it then hit me and dawned on me, you know what? This is God saying, this is not what I have for you. I have something better, and I want you to do it now, right? Even if you're not ready, you need to do it now. And so that's when I started to really get the business up and going and start taking clients. And it's just so amazing what God can do when you actually give into it and let him have control. I know we struggle with that a lot in life, with having control. I'm a control freak sometimes. I like to have things my way. I like to be very particular, and we can't always have that. And especially when God's involved, right? He has his own timing. It's not on our timing. We can have all the plans in the world, and they can get completely derailed and wrecked. But the reality is, in that moment, we might think everything's falling apart, but really it's falling into place, right? God is actually putting those puzzle pieces in place for us to be who he's called us to be, do what he's called us to do. And it's just truly amazing. I look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, in the midst of all that, I was so frustrated. I remember being so defeated, so depressed and sad, and like, why is this happening to me? I mean, I've done everything right. What's going on? Like, what did I do wrong? And now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was the best thing that could have happened. It was the best thing that could have happened to me. And now I'm in this place where I'm being able to really help others and give hope and encouragement and just help others in the midst of their frustration, in the midst of their stress, you know, be it a financial problem, a career problem, whatever it is. And it's just amazing. And so when we really just know that through those dark seasons and those rough times in life, that's the time where God's really working on our lives and something amazing is going to come out of it. And guess what? He's still in it with you, even if he doesn't feel like it, right? He is there. He is always there for us. He's always involved, even if we don't feel it, right? He is right there beside us, going through that frustration and going through the sadness or whatever is going on in your life. So I just encourage you guys today, if you are feeling frustrated, if it is a dark season in life right now, if you have lost your job, if you don't know how you're going to make ends meet, you know, you are frustrated and just don't know what to do and don't know where to go and don't know why the things are happening that are happening. I know this year has been very rough for a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and it's just one thing after another. But just know there is going to be something that comes out of it, and you're going to be stronger on the other side. And know that you're not alone. You're not alone in this. There are people that are going through this too, and God is always with you. So I just really wanted to give that encouragement today because it's just been on my heart during that message. It was a very powerful message. I'm actually going to share the link to a playback of it in the comment or in the description above. So make sure you go check it out because it is very powerful and just so enlightening to show what God can really do if you allow him. And if you don't believe in God, that is your choice. I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, but just know that the reason the people have faith is because of this person, the God that we believe in, you know, the God that I know has done miracles in my life, and I pray that he does miracles for you, and you see that. But knowing that there's a purpose for everything we go through and every challenge we face, and that you are going to be stronger on the other side. So don't give up. Don't give into it. Enjoy this holiday season. Be grateful for the things you do have. Be grateful for the things that have gone right. You know, there is something in your life. If you really evaluate it and look at it, there's been something that's gone right this year. There's something that's been very good for you this year. And I encourage you to just focus on that. The more negative things we focus on, the more negative we're going to see and experience. So really just find those positive things. Find the good that's happened to you this year. Find the good that's happened to you recently. And live in that and celebrate that. Do something nice and kind for somebody else that could be struggling. Be nice to each other this holiday season. I mean, everybody's had a rough year, so just give some grace to people as they need it. And I just encourage you guys to do that. I'd love to hear one of the best things that's happened to you in 2020. Feel free to drop that in the comments. Let me know, what is the best thing that's happened to you in 2020? What is the most life-changing thing that's happened to you? The most encouraging thing that's happened to you? I would love to hear that and be able to really share in that excitement and celebration with you. So just want to give you guys that today. And I just wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Bye.